It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. I wondered what that noise was. There's a guy cleaning away the leaves in the parking lot. This is the Metcalf Bottoms area. One of my favorite areas that I like to sit and park at and just enjoy the scenery. I would say it's probably 35 degrees. That dude looks cold, man. I must be hot-blooded. Oh, look at that trail. So pretty. So, I wanted to make a video because I wanted to inspire people and let them know that if they are in a career field that is just a career field, that it's something that you could be good at, something that brings in decent money and it supports your family, but you still feel like something is missing and you want to fix that. You want to fill that. You want to fill that hole. Now, the only thing I can think of is why things are so not difficult, because now that I've gone through my dark night of the soul that lasted 5 years, now that I've gotten through that whole trek, you know, things, as long as I work for them and put effort into them, they come pretty easy for me. I've got a great job and I'm grateful for them, but I'm stuck at home in front of a computer screen, sitting there. And for months now, I've been trying to figure out what is it that makes me super happy and super passionate, and how can I make money from it? And I sure wish this would have dawned on me years ago, but I wasn't ready for it. I'm ready for it now. If y'all don't know, if you nature lovers don't know, if you Smoky Mountain lovers don't know, there is an institute in the Smoky Mountains called Tremont. Now, they offer naturalist classes. And what a naturalist is somebody who does guided hikes, talks about nature, teaches people about the Smoky Mountains. They get up close and personal and learn about the foliage here and about the reptiles and the mammals and the amphibians. And most naturalists that live in the area that get their certification from the Tremont Institute work for the Smoky Mountain National Park. Now, when I first started out on my self-employment journey, you know, the field that I went in, I was persistent and I stayed on top of it. And that's how I got to where I am today. I am not a perfect employee. I'm not an employee at all. I'm not a perfect independent contractor by far. But I must be doing something right, because the company that I work for still lets me work for them. So, you know, I can get really stressed out taking back-to-back phone calls. And the world's in ruckus right now, and attorneys are needed everywhere, and people are stressed out. So, you know, we got tons of phone calls flooding in by stressed out people, and you've really got to center yourself. And, you know, come from a place of love for people most of the time, and I'm not always good at that. And the reason why it's concerning for me is because as much as I love the fact that I'm able to support my family by myself and pay my bills by myself, And as much as I love my management team, I am not 100% happy. At best, I am content and financially okay. But I am not 100% happy. Now that Elijah is in school and in a kindergarten, I want to venture out and do something more for myself. I want to gain some extra skills that will help me make money so I can work my job less, possibly go down to part-time and do this more, be in the mountains more. I have got to get in here on a regular basis. So I have decided to jump on board and take the Naturalist classes that are being offered. They are expensive, let me tell you. And the state of Tennessee does offer an inexpensive course, but it's not here in the Smoky Mountains. And I just, I know people work hard to teach those courses. And I'm not saying that it doesn't look great, but this is the Smoky Mountains, and to be taught by rangers and to be able to come out here, because this is the classroom. You know, this is probably why those core courses are so expensive. $450 a piece. And I've been thinking about it day in and day out, and it looks damn worth it to me. And it's something I can do for myself and complete for myself and know that I've completed it. And it'll give me the opportunity to give back to these mountains that have given so much to me. Look at that. Awesome. I'm not trying to get lost here. This is an unmarked trail, and I'll start talking and won't be quiet, and next thing you know, I'm lost. This is why I need to take Naturalist courses, so I can get on the backcountry trails. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to take the Naturalist courses, and it's probably going to take me a while, probably years, because they're expensive and they're only offered, you know, certain times of the year. And right now everything's all booked up except for like one. There's some electives that I can take, and I think I'm going to jump on board with those while I'm waiting on the core classes to open up. So what am I going to do with all this information that I learn and my certification that I will have? I am going to change my career. I'm going to work in forestry, and I think I'm going to start off as a guided hiker, where I am going to be taking people on guided hikes. People pay for that, and for good reason, because the Smokies is nothing to play around with. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know where you're at, it can get, you know, scary. There's people that have gone missing here, so this place is not something to play around with. And I think if you're a lover of the mountains and want to get in and dive in, even if you don't plan on doing it as a career, then you should definitely take the courses. Now, I am not the type of hiker that is, you know, immensely in love with hiking. My love is to the mountains. And hiking is a good way for me to exercise and keep me healthy. I have been on a health journey for almost a year now. And I probably could have been a lot further along physically than I am with a little bit more effort. And now that I know that, I am going to do just that. For all those that do not know, there is something called the 900 miler. And That is where you walk about, I think it's about 700 miles every trail in the Smoky Mountains. I don't understand why they call it the 900. I'm going to find out. I'm getting ready to go to the visitor center and talk to a ranger and figure out what all that is. But anyway, if you complete all the trails, you get a patch, you get your name on a wall, and all that stuff. Super cool. And I want to complete that. I could care less about the name on the wall and the patch and stuff. I mean, those are super cool to have as reminders of what you've done. But I want to complete that to prove to myself that I can be a good hiker and teach other people to hike as well. I get a little bit intimidated watching other hiker videos. They look so professional, and a lot of it is the camera game, which is understandable. You know, some people are just better at the camera. But yeah, I've been thinking about this for days, and I've come to my decision, and that's what I'm going to do. I am going to be 47 in February, and although I know it's not, I feel like my life is more than half over. And it very well easily could be if I wouldn't have changed my nutrition and invited exercise into my life. But now that I've done that, I've changed my path in life. I've changed my course. I've made the decision to follow my passion. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if the Smoky Mountains were my passion, I would laugh at you. I'm not even sure how this came about, honestly. I just ended up connecting with the vibe. And the vibe is constantly there, and it's offered to everybody. I think you have to put yourself on the right frequency in order to receive that vibe here. And I just ended up doing that. And let me tell you, what a joy. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm scared that people I work with are going to see this. And I don't want them to think that I'm going to quit my job or anything like that, because I'm super privileged to be able to work for the company as an independent contractor that I'm working for. It's just, and they're doing well. And I'm not surprised at all, because the way that they treat the people that work for them and the way that they handle their business, if every business on this planet would follow their model, everything would be great. And I love them dearly, but I've got to be honest, I don't love them as much as this. And I've got to find a way to get out here and make money doing it so I can support my family. I don't want to go back to college and be a forest ranger. No desire to do all that, although it'd be really cool to drive the vehicles up in the mountains and stuff. But I went to college and got a degree, and it's very overrated, at least it was for me. And I'm not going that route. So that is where I'm at. And I'm walking into this blindly. I'm just a nature lover. I'm a hiker, but I'm not an super experienced hiker. You know, I've not walked the backcountry trails. I've never went camping by myself at a backcountry campsite. And to be honest, I'm scared to do that. So that's a fear that I'm going to have to conquer. It's just the way it goes. Anyway, I wanted to share my morning with you. I wanted to share these beautiful fall colors. And this is what I'm going to be working on. My soul tells me that this is what I'm going to be working on for the rest of my life. And my mission is just to be able to show people that this is here, and to make people aware of the vibe that's here. especially because of trauma and abuse that people go through. It kind of ruins their life. And there's so much nature has to offer. It's all right in front of our faces all the time. Whether you be in the Smoky Mountains or your backyard, it's all pretty much the same. Anyway, thanks for coming along and checking out my morning. I hope you have enjoyed the fall colors. And I hope if any of you have a desire to learn more about nature, they offer them in every state. I would look into naturalist courses. I wish I would have thought about this years ago. But I'm thinking about it now, so I'm going to be rocking out my 50s in the mountains, let me tell you. All right, y'all. You have a good morning.